Okay. I'm not sure if you can hear me because you're on the subway. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So your landlord didn't show up, so we're just going to be hearing from you today. You were here before, so you know I'm going to read something, then we'll swear you in and get started, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Are you planning on being off the subway in a couple of minutes?
Uh,
Nah.
can step off if you like.
No, you're okay. All right. Well, as long as you can hear me, I'm good. So good morning and welcome to the Philadelphia Fair Housing Commission. My name is Allie DeMedeiros. I'm the attorney for the Fair Housing Commissioners. Also present today from the Fair Housing Commission staff is Miss Alexis Enlow, your case manager, and you'll also see Mr. Michael Fontaine as PCHR staff. He runs our Zoom hearings for us. Before the hearing, I am required to go over a few things with you. First, you're being recorded. We record all our hearings. By remaining on the line and participating in the hearing, you are consenting to be recorded. Our Zoom hearings have the same force and effect as if we were in person. The only difference is on Zoom, we do not have a court reporter. In the event either party wants to appeal a final order of this commission, you can reach out to me or the case manager and we can provide you with a copy of the video recording. Please be mindful of what you're saying and doing because it is being recorded. Second, at 9 o'clock this morning, the commissioners and myself, the attorney, met in a private executive session to discuss the day's cases. We do that on every hearing day with every case. Third, the parties had the opportunity to submit documents. I have the submitted documents saved on my computer and can share them with everyone on the screen. Please keep in mind that the commission generally only reviews the very basic documents in a case prior to a hearing. If you would like a document reviewed by the commission, please reference it by a name, date, or description so that I can post it on the screen for everyone to look at the same time. Lastly, during the course of today's hearing, it might be necessary for the commissioners to speak privately to make decisions in this matter. If they need to do that, they'll invite you to join separate rooms divided by party called breakout rooms. A prompt will come on your screen at the appropriate moment asking you if you would like to join a breakout room. We will direct you to click join when you see that prompt. Once in the breakout room, please remain in the room. We will never end a hearing when you are in a
Say it
separate
one more
room.
time.
I'm sorry. So the last thing I said was during the course of today's hearing, it might be necessary for the commissioners to speak privately to make decisions in this matter. If they need to do that, they'll invite you to join separate rooms divided by party called breakout rooms. A prompt will come on your screen at the appropriate moment asking you if you would like to join a breakout room. We will direct you to click join
Okay.
to see that prompt. Once in the breakout room, please remain in the room. We will never end a hearing when you are in a separate room. Please make sure you're back in this main room and that a commissioner or staff member dismisses you before you log off or hang up. That's it for me. With that, I'm going to hand the case over to Miss Alexis. Thank you.
Good
Okay.
morning. This is the
Good
matter of
morning.
Tinqua Ross versus Nathaniel Enoch. This is the second fair housing hearing for this matter, and the docket number is 2024-11-15-19176. At this time, beginning with the tenant, can you please state and then spell your first and last name slowly for the record?
Yes. My first name is Tanqua. That's Tanqua. My last name is Ross, Ross.
Thank you. And I'm going to swear you in now. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you. The commission has 3 rules for today's hearing. First, do not speak over or interrupt each other, and do not speak over or interrupt the commissioners. Each party will have an opportunity to give testimony and present evidence. Second, please do not use generic phrases such as he or she. When you refer to an individual, please use the tenant, the landlord, or their name to keep the record clear. And third, when giving a date, please give a complete date that includes the year each time. The commissioners present today are Commissioner Baez, Commissioner Brunson, Commissioner Butler, and Commissioner Sang. Thank you.
Good morning. Welcome to Fair Housing. Thank you for appearing. So we are because your landlord is not here, we're going to just ask you questions
Good
today,
morning.
and we'll make a decision. So I'm just going to be asking you some preliminary questions to establish jurisdiction and to streamline the process. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, great. So the address that we are here for, the apartment is 3430 North 2nd Street, Philadelphia, PA 19140. Is that right?
Yes. 3430 North 2nd Street. It's a rooming house.
Okay. And do you still currently live there?
No, he removed my stuff from the property and he changed the locks.
Okay. And when did you first move in?
I moved in June 2nd, 2023.
Okay. And was the lease a yearly lease or month to month?
It was for a month to month, but he never gave me, I signed the lease, but he never gave me the lease after I signed it. He told me on signing that he would go make a copy, and I asked him, will I be able to have this one? He said that one was his. He'll make a copy and he would slide it underneath my door so I would have my own copy. But he never did. So I never had a copy of the first lease I signed.
Okay. And when you first moved in, what was the rent?
Uh, the paper that I signed was supposed to have been $650, but being as though he said he had to fix fix it because he wanted it to be whereas though we would be able to have money in our pocket and still pay him rent. He made it whereas though rent was supposed to be paid on the 1st and the 15th. So it was supposed to be 325 on the 1st and 325 on the 15th to
So
make
for a
it out to be
total
650. Yes.
650 a month. Okay. And then when you first moved in, did you also pay a security deposit?
Yes, I paid 1,300.
You pay 1,300 altogether or 1,300 in just security deposit?
1,300 and altogether. He said it was for
Was that okay?
first month and security.
Okay, thank you. And let's see. And then by the time you removed from the property or by the time you left the property, how much was the rent?
Still the same.
Same thing, okay. And was a security deposit ever returned to you?
No,
Okay. And were you ever provided with a certificate of rental suitability?
I have no idea what that is, Mom.
Okay, did you get a piece of paper that's a certificate of rental suitability from the landlord?
No, I never received one of those.
Okay, it looks like what Ally just pulled up onto the screen.
Mm,
This is like an
no,
example. Okay.
I
And
never received one of those.
did you ever receive a lead certificate from the landlord?
No.
Okay. And then, so I want to ask you about the unfair rental practice that you allege in your complaint regarding the landlord illegally locking you out. Can you tell us about that?
Um, I was picking my daughter up from school and I was on my way to was on my way to drop my daughter off to my guy sisters for me to go to my second job. They was going to babysit her. But being as though everything was going on, I gave my phone number to a few people because he kept threatening to put my stuff out. And I didn't want to miss work because it was my only stability for my daughter. So one of my neighbors that lived in the front bedroom had called my phone asking me that I know the door was removed off of my room. And I said no. So just before I was about to take my daughter to my sister, I was still in the neighborhood. So I walked back to the house and he removed my door off. So after that, I took pictures, I sent them to you guys. And then the next thing, I want to say, um, in December. I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly what date, but I know I sent you pictures of this too, of my stuff being sent on the porch. And the neighbor next door is the one that actually called me this time while I was at work and told me all my stuff was sitting on the porch. So I had to leave work and come there and get all my stuff into off the porch and into a storage before it was stolen. Because the neighborhood we live in is not safe, and all my stuff and my daughter's stuff would have been snatched up. So I
Okay.
left work about like 2 hours before my shift was supposed to end and grabbed my stuff and moved it into a storage. And that's when I noticed the locks was changed as well.
I see. And in your complaint, you had also alleged retaliation. Can you tell us about that?
Are we talking about the problems in my room?
Well, why did you, so let's talk about that, and we can also talk about why you think that the landlord took the action, or why you feel that the landlord's action was retaliatory to you.
He says he says because of late fees, but he never stipulated when he would tell me the rent was late. He never stipulated how much that I owed him, and by me not having a lease, I didn't know how much the late fees was. So I still paid him the $325, but I didn't know what my late fees was because I don't have a lease for me to for me to be able to, like percentage or like I guess it's a percentage. I'm not sure. Like I said, this is kind of like my first time being in
That's okay.
a
You know what?
place
Let
for
me jump in.
myself.
Yeah, so I think I understand what you're saying. When was the last time you paid rent?
In August
Of 2023 or 2024?
24, because that's when they came. That's when he had ended up with a new property manager. They gave a new lease and everything, and that new lease stated everything that the first lease didn't state. And it was telling us the first and the 15th rent is supposed to be paid. 20, then it said $20 a day if the rent is late. Now all this was stated in the second lease. I also believe y'all should have a copy of that too. It
Okay.
says August 1st, 2024. I sent that paper to you guys, and that one states all the information of what he wanted done this, well, in 2024. And he
Okay.
didn't feed the 2023, but he would, if he don't really have the text messages, if he showed up, he probably would have been able to show you the messages. But like I said, all he ever would say was, rent is late. Okay, rent is late. I know I owe you $325, but what's the late fees? He never said what the late fee was. Yes,
Okay,
that's
I
the
see.
text message
Any of
telling
the
me.
other, do any of the other commissioners have any questions?
69th Street, Trenton.
No questions. No question.
Okay. So I think at this time, we're ready for the commissioners to talk amongst ourselves. You're going to see a button that appears for you to go to a breakout room. Can you click on that
Okay.
button? So then it'll give us time to talk. And then you'll be back in the main Zoom session, but do not exit the Zoom.
So I hit the join, right?
Yep.
Okay.
We should be back. Miss Ross, if you're able to hear me, can you please unmute yourself and let me know? Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, go ahead, Commissioner Sang.
Thank you. Hi, Ms. Ross. So we are ready to issue our final order in this matter. So the order is as follows, and you'll also get this in writing. One is that no rent is owed. Landlord did engage in illegal lockouts, and also landlord has 30 days from when the tenant provides a forwarding address to return the security deposit, which is $650. And additionally, the landlord is also assessed a fine of $2,000. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. So at this time, you may leave, and we will send you this in writing.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Commissioners, at this time, we're concluding.